An ambulance is on the way taking a sick patient to the hospital, and on the way to the hospital, a car rams it, gets into an accident, causes people harm, and now delays this patient in the ambulance from getting prompt medical care. What happens to this patient if his condition now gets worsened as a result of this car accident? Would you like to learn the answer? Come join me as I share with you this great information. Hi, I'm Jerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury trial attorney practicing law here in the state of New York. This actually happened here in Glen Cove on Long Island. An ambulance was taking a patient to the hospital. The patient was very sick, and on the way to the hospital, a car pulling out from a parking lot doesn't see the ambulance, hits the ambulance, and now causes a significant accident, causing people in the ambulance to get hurt. Plus, it also delayed this patient getting to the hospital on time. Now, there was a suggestion in the article that I was reading to indicate that this patient's treatment was now delayed, and as a result of that, his condition got worse and worse. Now, what does that mean for the patient? Can they turn around and bring a lawsuit against the person who pulled out of that parking lot, causing this accident, now delaying his treatment? The answer is maybe, because the injured victim, the person who's on the way to the hospital, who's being taken by ambulance, in order for him to show that he suffered significant injury as a result of that car accident, he's now going to have to get a medical expert to come in and confirm, yes, this patient was very sick, but as a result of this car accident, not only did his treatment get delayed, but he now suffered significant injury as a result of that delay. We already know that the gentleman was sick and on the way to the hospital and had a problem. But then we also have to show that as a result of the car accident, now his treatment is delayed and now he suffered some other type of significant injury that either made this worse, it's known as an exacerbation of his existing condition, or he suffered some additional injuries or injury that could be lifelong and permanent. And in order to show that to a jury, we would need a medical expert to come into court and testify about what additional injuries this gentleman suffered. We have to show that there's a causation link. It's known as proximate cause. We have to show that this gentleman's injuries that we're claiming were caused by the accident was a substantial factor in causing or bringing about this ongoing permanent injury. And not only do we have to try and distinguish the injury that he suffered from the car accident, but we have to show that the injuries he had were not that bad initially, and that if he had gotten to the hospital in a timely fashion, he would not have had all these ongoing problems. When we bring a case like that, we only have to show that we're more likely right than wrong. And what does that mean? Well, I'll tell you what it doesn't mean. We don't have to show with 100% certainty that these additional injuries were caused by the car accident, or that the delay with 100% certainty caused these problems. We don't have to show beyond a reasonable doubt those things either. Instead, we only have to show that we're more likely right than wrong. Just tip the scales ever so slightly in our favor, so that the jury doesn't have to sit there for weeks on end saying, are we absolutely sure? Or are we 100% sure? That's not the requirement here in New York, only that we're more likely right than wrong. So why do I share this information with you? I share it with you just to give you an insight and an understanding into what goes on in the litigation process here in the state of New York. You know, I recognize that you probably have questions of your own, and if your matter happened here in New York and you do have legal questions, what I encourage you to do is pick up the phone and call me. I can answer your legal questions. This is something I do every single day, and I welcome your call. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Jerry, G-E-R-R-Y, at oginski-law.com. Well, that's it for today's quick video. I'm Jerry Oginski. Have a wonderful day.